You're watching the Morning Swim Show for Thursday, August 27th, 2009. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Peter Bush, and for the next couple of days, our focus is going to shift from the pool to open water swimming, which is approaching the end of its season with some high-profile competitions. September is going to be a big month. Medalists from the Olympics and the World Championships are scheduled to race in the waters off New York City on September 6th for the FINA Open Water World Cup. There's 25 grand in prize money for that event. And then in the Bay Area, Bob Plasak is once again hosting the Tiburon Mile. That's on September 13th. And on that same day in La Jolla, California, the 79th annual La Jolla Rough Water Swim. So today we're going to talk to former USA Swimming national team member Alex Kostich, who's become a star swimmer on the Masters Open Water Circuit. Tomorrow we'll speak with Todd Robinson, who just swam across the Catalina Channel in California in record time. And on Monday, Fran Crippen will join us to talk about his experience at the World Championships, which included some controversy in the finish of that 10K swim. All right, before we bring on Alex Kostich, we want to wish Dara Torres well as she undergoes hernia surgery tomorrow in Florida. Torres also plans to have knee surgery in the coming months, and the outcome of that operation could well decide whether or not we see her try for the 2012 Olympic team as well. All right, let's bring on Alex Kostich now to talk about his recent open water races. Alex joins us right now on Skype from his offices at Sony Pictures in Hollywood, California. Alex, how you doing?
Hey, can you see me? Is it working?
All right, we see, and we see the movie posters right behind you. What is that, 2012?
Yeah, I'm working on a bunch of products, so I figured I'd try to promote it when I'm not swimming. 2012, which opens in November worldwide. It's a big disaster movie about the end of the world, as the Mayans predicted it. And then over on my left shoulder is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, an animated film that we have coming out in September, which is really cool. It'll be in 3D on IMAX and stuff, so make sure you check it out.
Did the Mayans predict that the world would end before or after the 2012 Olympics?
Well, that's actually an interesting comment because the title of the movie has added some confusion, especially in London, where people think it might have to do with promoting the Olympic Games, but it's really about the end of the world. And yes, as the Mayans predicted it, the end of the world would come in 2012. I think in the movie it actually happened sooner than that due to global warming and all the other stuff that's going on. And let me tell you, being an open water swimmer is probably the best thing you could be before watching this movie, because as the Earth splits apart and the oceans rise and tidal waves and tornadoes and stuff, the best place to be would be in the water and being able to swim. So for all you open water swimmers out there, get ready in November. It's going to be a great ride.
Well, you're gonna do just fine then when the apocalypse comes. Speaking of which, you just had a great race in Long Beach, California. Now, I read that you weren't feeling so great before the race, but you swam anyway and kicked everybody's butt.
Yeah, well, that doesn't happen too often, but yeah, I felt pretty lousy, and there's still remnants of it. You can probably tell in my voice, but I was battling a head cold, and I actually think I might have gotten a little bit of an infection from swimming in polluted waters the week before. But I went down to Long Beach with the intention of cheering on some friends, and of course, I never leave home without my Blue 70 swimsuit, and when I got there and the sun was out and the course looked great, I just said, you know what, in spite of how I feel, I'm going to get in and do it, and I'm really glad I did because I had a good swim.
Is that a common concern, swimming in polluted waters?
I don't know. I mean, you know, open water swimmers as a rule tend to be pretty tough, and bodies of water have never turned me off. Like, I'll swim wherever the race is, and I figure I'll deal with the consequences after the fact. That said, I've gotten all my shots, but, you know, you just kind of have to suck it up and do it, get through it. But it's always worth it. It's a fun sport, and that's just one of the elements that you have to struggle with when you're competing, I guess. But granted, I prefer to swim in cleaner waters such as Hawaii and La Jolla. So
you were a very accomplished pool swimmer as well back in the early 90s especially, but you never got that elusive title of Olympian. Do you think you would have if open water swimming had been an Olympic sport back in '92?
Gosh, that's a good question. I'd like to think so, yeah. I mean, I really feel like I came into my own when I started open water swimming, and I did that after my prime. You know, when I was in my mid-20s and early 30s, I really feel like I hit my stride in open water. And yeah, I would have loved there to be an opportunity in '92, even in '96, to you know, to go for a team. But that's life. On the other hand, I'm excited to have been sort of a part of the sport in its early stages, and hopefully sort of become somewhat of a pioneer and a role model for people who have come through the ranks in the swimming community and decided to, you know, extend their careers into open water. It's a really great sport, and I'm grateful to have been a part of it so far, and I hope to continue.
And back then, in those days, training at Stanford, where you went to school, you swam with a lot of people, like Janet Evans, who would have been great open water swimmers. What was it like training with someone like that?
Janet and I are still really close friends, and we're in touch all the time. She's about to deliver her baby boy, if she hasn't already. But yeah, it was amazing. I mean, Janet Evans, Summer Sanders, Jeff Rouse, Derek Weatherford, there were some amazing athletes that I was able to share a lane with, and it was a great experience. And I only wish that you know, open water was a contender back in those days, because I think we would have had some fun training sessions in the San Francisco Bay for sure. No
doubt about it. Well, thank you so much, Alex, for joining us, and best of luck with the open water swimming and with the movies.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot. It's been an honor to be on the show, and I watch all the time, so I'm excited to see what I look like on webcam.
Well, it's going to look good. I can guarantee you that.
All right. Thanks a lot. All right,
Alex. That's Alex Kostich joining us from his office in Hollywood, California. Thanks to him, and thank you for watching the show today. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Peter Bush reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.